What's going on, everybody? It's Anthony. It's the Daily Truth. It is our Friday right here. I know some of you have been following a little bit to see the Grant Cardone thing. I'm in the Grant Cardone and Pete Vargas. So the results are in. They took the way that this works was there was 5,400 people that competed digitally. Those digital people ended up going down to those 5,400 or so ended up at 130, and that's what was here this weekend. There was about 5 groups. I don't know what the math is on that. 550 times carry the one, about 25 26 people per group, and we went around all day. So here is what happened. They took 31 people, and I was actually not one of those people. I was expecting, people were like, what do you think? I'm like 60, 70%, but I can tell you where my mistake was, and I can tell you what the lessons would be from this. And I'm not a person that really is bad at dealing with failure. For God's sakes, I'm known as the failure expert. So when Pete Vargas, who's pretty well known in the speaking space, he asked me a question after I gave him a 1-minute speech. It was a round robin, 5 different rooms yesterday, anywhere from a 45-second to a 1-minute to a workshop to a couple 2 minutes to coaching. And I had really good reviews. One of the rooms I know I crushed. I don't think it was the room that was most important. That was probably the problem on that. But he asked me a question. And I can tell you right after it happened, I was like, that was a perfect opportunity and I missed it. So he asked me, he said, why are you here? And again, this is a free event. And by the way, I just got to have, in a room full of only about 100 people, just had Grant Cardone come in and coach us for 40 minutes for something that, because I earned the spot here, I got to have for free, which is amazing. So he said, so he asked me, he's like, why are you here? And I'm like, and I biffed it. Like, very rarely do I biff a question, but I was like, am I here for speaking, or like, what do you mean? What am I here for? And I was like, because the reason I want to speak, and goes to the political side as much as the personal side and development side, is because I want to change the world. It's a terrible answer, absolutely terrible answer. It's like a Miss America answer. But then I talked a little bit more through it, and I talked about communication. But the fact is, I very rarely play the lottery, if ever. I try not to, because I've always known that I'm going to lose. There's no way that God is going to put me on this earth and give me the passion to communicate with people and try to change the world and give me a shortcut. That will ruin my whole purpose in life. As much as I would love $100 million, it ruins my purpose. And he actually has a direct tie to the lottery concept. And they keep saying to people, the top 30, don't think this is a lottery ticket. We're getting great training today, which is all free, especially on stages. And there's some messages from Grant, some messages today that I learned from that I was like, I need to hear this, because no matter what, getting on the Growth Con stage or being in the top, going from 30 to top 10 to top 3, all well and good in front of Grant, that would have been great. The fact is, I'm pretty sure, based on the group that we have, the people that listen to these videos and the mission that I have, I could probably be on that same stage anyways, not as part of the competition. So the thing that I learned is my speaking's not perfect. It's pretty good, but I need to actually become a communicator towards everyone. Be able to communicate in a way that creates impact, not just create impact without communication. So there's lessons to be learned in everything. So the truth is that not everything goes as planned, even if I thought that I had a good chance to move on. The fact is, there's always going to be something that you learn from it. Lessons learned across the board. I got the rest of the day. I got free training, which is fantastic. I'm going to keep doing that. So whenever things don't go your way, the truth is there's always a message and a lesson. And for God's sakes, that's my whole speech anyways, that I give regarding failure. So more to come. Little bit of disappointment. That's natural. But I always deal with bad news pretty good. So God bless, guys. This has been the Daily Truth. I know these are not our typical ones. We'll get back to work next week. Grant had a really good message, and I think that's going to be Mondays. One of the things he said is, if Jesus didn't have haters, nobody would know who he is. So I think that's what I'm going to do on Monday. I'll hope to see you guys Monday morning for The Truth Will Set You Free. Or not The Truth Will Set You Free, the Daily Truth. So God bless, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and don't surrender or abandon your pets. Take it easy.